You know what's the hallmark of a bad attorney? Throwing your own client under the bus while claiming that doing so is actually to protect your client. What's really happening, though, is that you're doing it to protect yourself. And of course, I am referring to John Eastman, who in a late-night court filing that was made public on Friday morning, Eastman claimed that he had handwritten notes from Donald Trump himself outlining the strategy, or at least a couple of the strategies, for the, overthrowing of the 2020 election. Which, of course, Eastman says is why you cannot, January 6th committee, have the rest of my emails and communications, because, it's got all this attorney-client privilege, like my client trying to overthrow the results of the election. Yeah, that's throwing him under the bus there, Johnny boy. You probably shouldn't have told the court, like, yeah, those things that they want. Oh, man, I've got it and so much more. It's so bad. Like Trump himself is writing these notes to me. Man, it's crazy. So please don't give them to them. So what's happened here is, of course, Eastman has had to turn over a lot of his materials to the January 6th committee. There's another batch of emails and communications that apparently include these handwritten notes about how to do a coup from Donald Trump himself. And Eastman says, no, you can't have this batch because attorney-client privilege. Well, guess what there, genius? When you implicate your own client in a crime and when you yourself are, possibly the target of a criminal investigation, attorney-client privilege goes out the window. You can't claim that if it's legitimately covering up a potential crime or potentially covering up a potential crime. And honestly, what you've admitted to in this court filing appears to be a potential crime, right? This is fraud against the United States government is what you're talking about here. And of course, that is coming from the legal experts that have been digesting this over the last 48 hours or so. They looked at this and they said, yeah, this is pretty much fraud against the government. And of course, several other, technical legal definitions and potential crimes that have been committed, but admitting for the first time ever that Donald Trump was directly involved, not just as an active listener, but what Eastman has revealed here is that he was an active participant. That's the difference here, folks. That's why this is such a bombshell revelation. This is no longer Donald Trump sending his people out. You guys go figure this out. This was him literally sitting there writing stuff like, okay, we could do this. We could do this here. Give this to my lawyer and have him go. This is the clearest piece of evidence we have yet that Donald Trump was an active participant in these plans. And of course, again, that's why this is so damning. Is this attorney-client privilege at this point? If the client is telling the attorney to go break the law? No, it's not. Legally speaking, it is not protected under attorney-client privilege. Eastman is likely going to lose this case, and it's going to be humiliating for both him and Donald Trump. But Eastman did this to himself, and he did it, of course, to protect himself. He didn't have to include that there were handwritten notes from Donald Trump instructing him on how to do a coup, but he did. So now the focus is back on Trump instead of the focus being on Eastman. That's a bad lawyer. Trump, if I were you, you may have a real case for some legal malpractice here. But based on what Eastman said, I think you've also got some bigger problems to worry about now. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.